What's up, y'all? It's your boy John, aka Darkwolf92. How's everybody doing on this dreary Monday? I hope everybody had a great weekend. Sorry I wasn't around. I don't know what's going on. I just couldn't sleep the past few days, so I've been kind of out of it. Last night was the first time I really got a good night's sleep in a couple of days, and I think it's because I'm just stressed over personal matters. I'm trying to get some things taken care of, and hopefully, things will get better, and I'll overcome them real soon. But we're not gonna worry about that right now. We're gonna get into another reaction video on the spooky side again, and we're heading back to Nuke's top 5. Oh, I know some of y'all are probably like, oh no, not another scary. But yes, we're going to do another one of these because why? I love Nuke's top 5. Okay, his videos are they are a lot of fun to watch. I mean, yeah. I'd granted, I do watch ghost documentaries on the side, but I have to be in the right frame of mind to really watch those. And normally, I will kick back and watch something like that when it is like storming or it's a rainy, dreary day. These videos I just like to watch for fun, and I like to, you know, sit back and say, hey, I wonder if that was real, or oh god, you can tell that was straight up CG. So I have fun watching these. I hope y'all enjoy watching them. I don't get very many views on them. I don't get very many views on any of my videos. That's something I wanted to ask also, but that's going to be a little later, maybe in a community post. But without bumping my gums any further, which you can see I normally do. And to everybody, I want to apologize for that. I don't know why I just go on these. I've done this for years. I'll start talking about something and I'll go on a rambling spree, and my apologies for that. So we're just gonna go ahead now without further ado and get into this. This is gonna be 10 scary videos to give you nightmares. Don't watch alone. I've got no choice. Haley ain't gonna watch them. She'll probably be in here barking most of the time, so I've got no choice to watch them alone. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started.
Late one night, Sarah Vargas is relaxing at home in the apartment that she shares with her dad in Colombia. Suddenly, she hears something from the apartment next door that is truly bizarre.
What the hell? Oh my god. Oh my god, what the?
Disturbing, desperate screams can be heard coming from her neighbor's apartment. Shocked witnesses on the street are...
When I first heard all the banging and screaming, I was thinking somebody fighting also. Then I started hearing more people screaming, and man, that's wild.
Quick to call police, worried that it might be a case of domestic violence. But then the story takes a very strange turn, because the policeman asked people down on the street for rosary beads, an object often used in Catholic prayer. And then, oddly, police call in a Catholic nun for support.
Siguieron, obviamente, como que llamaron a alguien, llamaron a una monja para que les ayudara.
Because you see, all of this noise is actually coming from an exorcism that is taking place right next door. Sarah discovers that two girls were playing around with the Ouija board. when suddenly one of the girls becomes very violent and starts vomiting up some kind of dark matter, almost like dirt.
La chica empezó como a vomitar tierra, como vomitar oscuro.
The family believes that the girl might be possessed by an evil entity, and apparently the police agreed. Sarah says that the screaming went on all through the night, eventually getting quieter in the early morning hours until it finally stopped. Now, without other eyewitness reports, it's hard to say exactly what happened here, but the desperate screams coming from that apartment are absolutely chilling. Amsterdam.
Damn. See, this is, oh God. This is what I be saying to people. Don't be playing with them damn Ouija boards. Oh my gosh. And you could hear the scream, and it was more or less like one of those screams, almost like when you're in excruciating pain, and it's a pain you can't get rid of. Like almost like what's the best way I can describe it? I'm trying to put it into words. It's in my head, but I'm trying to put it into words. Jeez. Damn. Amsterdam. Seriously though. I don't know. It's just like you're in pain to the point where it just hurts so bad all you can do is scream. And that's how that scream sounded to me. That's why I'd be like, don't play with them damn Ouija boards because you don't know what you're playing with, man. Just, Lord have mercy.
Damned. Jennifer Lee is an American woman who lives in the city of
girl.
Amsterdam in the Netherlands. One day, a couple of weeks ago,
Hey,
she was
Bjarne,
recording a
you
cute
listening,
Halloween
buddy?
photo shoot with her
Netherlands.
rescue dog Maggie in a large Amsterdam public park. But suddenly, something happens that spooks both Jennifer and her dog.
You're gonna make the best dirty ghost?
We were doing the ghost.
You're gonna make the best dirty ghost?
South of Amsterdam. Something super creepy happened.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that means it's time for you and your dog to get the hell out of there.
Holy
Yeah.
you okay?
The dog hears something moving.
Are you okay? Alles gut?
Girl, you got no survival instincts. Which, in truth, yeah, I can understand wanting to reach out and see if they're okay, try to get a response. But when they didn't respond and you start hearing more noise, it's time to get the hell out of Dodge and call the police after you're a safe distance. Because one, she even said it was echoing, so she couldn't distinguish what direction it was coming from until her dog started going towards the direction of it. Okay. Once the dog pinpointed where it was coming from, okay. If you're with a group of people, yeah, walk towards it. But if you're not, carry your butt somewhere safe. And then call the police and explain what you heard. Give them distinct information on where they could go. Because what would have happened if her dog took off in that direction? She had to go run it, and it's a setup. I mean...
What was supposed to be a fun little photo for Halloween
that's
turns
cute.
into a living nightmare when Jennifer hears loud screaming and yelling coming from somewhere in or near the large park.
You're gonna make the best dirty ghost? Whoa.
Jennifer says that she searched the area for the source of the bizarre wailing, worried that someone might be in trouble or experiencing a mental health crisis. She even contacted local police.
So my first
Good.
reaction when I hear someone screaming like that is I want to go to help them. And additionally, I used to be an EMT. So like when I hear someone screaming like that, I want to help. If I
Okay,
can.
well that explains a
So
lot.
logically, I understand that everyone was like, you should leave. I would have left. But also like, I don't know, it makes me wonder if that was me screaming in the woods, would anyone have come for me? Would any, like no one else stopped.
Okay, I'm gonna shut my mouth and retract everything I just said. What she just said right now makes a whole lot of sense. My apologies.
No one else.
Unfortunately, no one was found, so the creepy screaming remains a mystery to this day. The white
Nuke did one like that similar, but it happened here in the US. It was two girls filming and they heard a woman screaming and they couldn't figure out where it was coming from. And I think I did a video reaction to it a while back. They left, got the police out there, the police searched, and they did find a woman who was in the woods with her husband who had just suffered a heart attack. Because you could hear the woman screaming at the top of her lungs. And originally they were thinking at first it may have been because there was an state asylum not far from there, and they thought it may have been someone's yelling from there or someone who escaped from there and was in the woods screaming, lost. But it was actually someone in need. It was a lady yelling because her husband had a heart attack. I can't remember if he passed or not, but that was the reason for that one. Yeah, that's what this one reminded me of.
Laganbathi. If you hike an hour into the remote countryside of
beautiful.
Scotland, you can find the old 18th century White Laganbathi, a mountain cabin that's free to use for travelers. The creepy old cabin has no electricity, no running water, and perhaps most disturbing of all, there are no locks on any of the doors. Over the years, hundreds of travelers have visited the White Laganbathi, and many of these visitors claim to have had strange, unexplained
there a dog bowl,
experiences
Will?
while staying there.
If you have a dog.
A few outdoor and travel YouTube channels have visited the White Laganbathi as well, and most have experienced at least something a little weird while staying there.
I'm really quite scared about staying here, to be honest. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it really will be fine.
Again, let me stress that all of the following videos were recorded by travel and outdoor channels. None of these people are ghost hunters, and in fact, every one of these YouTubers say they don't even believe in ghosts at all.
I don't particularly believe in ghosts, and if there's more.
But they also can't explain what they experienced at the White Laganbathi.
Today, I'm going to be staying in a bothy in Scotland for the first ever time.
First up, seasoned solo traveler
Never
Ruth
even heard of a
Ashlyn
bothy.
spent a night in the old Scottish cabin.
Oh,
and
she's
she
alone?
found it a bit unnerving.
So, I don't know why I'm feeling a little bit anxious, because I've stayed in a camper van so many times in different countries. I feel like here is just so remote, and to get away, you have to hike over 1 hour, like to get back to the camper van. So maybe that's why. And also there's no locks. So on my camper van, I always lock the doors. Maybe that's also why. I don't know. Oh God. I'm hearing some strange noises. I don't know if it's maybe a mouse or it's the chimney. It feels really weird without curtains, because I feel like someone could be standing outside and looking in the window.
See, in situations
I
like
feel
that,
really
if you have extra
scared. I
clothing,
don't know
hang them over
why.
the windows.
I just feel really nervous.
Ruth stays the full night at the cabin, but she doesn't exactly get a restful sleep.
Last night I was a bit scared. There were some strange noises and I had some earplugs with me, so I put them in to block out the strange noises.
God, I'm still hearing weird noises.
Throughout the night, while completely alone, Ruth keeps hearing bizarre noises that creep her out. And oddly, she decides to just ignore the strange sounds and put in earplugs. Which
what
kind of
was she
seems like a
hearing?
bad idea when you're staying all alone in a cabin in the middle of nowhere and there are no locks on the doors. But to each their own.
Bye-bye, Bothy.
Next up, a camper that goes by the name Happy Hippie, who says that he does not believe
Happy
in ghosts
Hippie.
or the paranormal, has a similar creepy experience.
I've set up my bed for the night. Gonna get the fire on when it gets darker. This will probably be me for most of the night now. I just get the music on, enjoy this beautiful fire, and get back.
Got a nice fire going.
I got one of them water filter straws, and it comes with 2 little bags as well, so you can attach the straw to that. But I've not got to use. Maybe this is the guests. There was no one there. I don't know if that's just the people with me or something. I don't know if that's something they do. But I don't think it would be that family. It was just a dad and his daughter and son. Oh well, we'll see. It was just knocking on the door again, and then I went out, but there was no one there. So I don't know what's going on. But I've heard of any haunted bobbies or anything. I've never had weird shit. Just wanted a nice little bobby night. If you've watched all my videos before, you know I don't do shit like this.
Thought there were no locks on the door.
This is gonna be a fun night. They're walking around into the room, and then I go in there, and it just stops. Maybe I just put my music on really loud and forget about it. Cameraman never dies, right?
The happy hippie spends the night in the cabin, but the next day, he still can't explain just what happened.
Good morning. Had a bit of an experience last night. Couldn't really explain what was happening next door with the noises, but I'm not really a believer in ghosts myself. It was a bit creepy, but I'm more of an alien guy. But if you are into ghosts and all that paranormal stuff, these are not the videos for you, because this is not what I do.
I don't know, for some reason I look at him and I think of Dave,
I'm just
bro.
a happy hippie, hiking, living in nature, loving the world. I never have anything like this happen to me, so...
So now this next video is by far the creepiest footage ever recorded in
See,
the
that's
White
me.
Lion
I
Bothy.
wouldn't do it without someone being there with me.
It was shot by Ben and Martin from the YouTube channels Adventure Outdoors and What's Not to Hike.
So
I
we're
like
in
that
Bothy.
name, What's Not to
There's
Hike.
nobody else here.
The two men traveled to the White Lion Bothy together, and they experienced something that is truly
They got enough beers, that's for
Found the
sure.
Bothy book. You put my glasses on now, just lines as a bat. So this is popular, quite popular Bothy by the looks of it. Someone actually stayed last night. It was nice and tidy when we came in. So plaudits to whoever stayed here last night. Well done, absolutely spotless. Oh, hold on a minute.
Sound like somebody shut a door.
I'm out. Oh, shit. I'm out of here. No.
It's getting late when a door suddenly slams shut all on its own.
What?
That was totally weird. The door just started to move on its own,
Was it wind?
and then it just pretty
draft?
much slammed shut. I mean, Marty's out there.
I don't really want to come back in.
He's in bits. That was just the weirdest thing, wasn't it?
Now the two friends are both skeptics, but they are still a little unnerved by what just happened.
But that terrifying.
Because that
And I don't even
fully,
swear,
because he
I'm
just
swearing,
tried pushing it
but
shut and it
but
didn't
that
close
was
all the way. That
genuinely
pulled completely shut.
terrifying. I shot myself. When it slammed, I just wanted out of here. There's something really... Because I say, it doesn't feel creepy. It doesn't feel like you're in the presence or anything. As I say, we don't really believe that stuff. There might be, stuff we can't explain, whatever, but we just don't believe in the whole ghosty...
If it was something in there, maybe it was
spooks in
trying to
night
close the
kind of
door to
thing.
keep him
We just
safe.
don't. But that was genuinely terrifying, and I'm going to keep that door. I'm keeping it closed.
Little do
Oh,
they know that
shit.
things are about to get even weirder.
Well, folks, it's probably about 10 minutes after our ordeal with the spooky door closing over there, and we're trying to like rationalise it. I mean, I don't particularly believe in ghosts, and if there's more,
No.
so we're kind of thinking that it might have been just like the like the backdraft of the.
That's what I was
wind. I
thinking.
mean, there's a storm going on outside. So.
Oh, okay. So that may have been it.
I still don't believe it was the wind, but it's the only when the wind's blowing that strong outside, and there's no. It's the only rational explanation, even though. Yeah, I'm not even looking at that. No, I'm not looking at it. It's moving, right? I'm honest, I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go.
This can't be right.
I'm not. It's black in here as well. I can't see a thing.
So there's a chair over there, and it just.
They're keeping pretty calm.
It just started to move, which is.
No way. I'm not. I'm not even. No.
It's bonkers.
I'm not.
The other guy, he can't focus.
That is moving.
Jesus Christ.
It is moving. That chair is moving.
Just leave it.
Oh Christ! Oh, well, I'm gonna drink some more wine, I think.
They got that box wine too.
No, that's poltergeist shit, Paul. That is
They got the box wine. You know they really trying to get drunk.
That's like evil spirit stuff.
Chair sitting in the corner of the room inexplicably starts to slide across the floor
I'm sorry.
on its own. And these
I
two
would have done the
diehard
same
skeptics
damn thing.
suddenly begin to wonder if they might be dealing with some sort of paranormal entity. But now a little nervous, they finish out their night stay in the other room and head out the next day. Now I want to point out again that the White Lagan Bothy has never been investigated by any ghost hunting team or ghost hunting YouTube channel. All of the footage shown here today was captured by
Beautiful
outdoor
countryside,
explorers
though.
and campers that have never posted any video related to the paranormal before these clips. So is the White Lagan Bothy haunted?
Nice
And
drone
would you
footage right
dare
there.
to spend the night there? Let me know. It's cold outside,
Not alone.
but you can keep warm in some all-new Nukes Top 5 merch. Now, of course, we have t-shirts, hoodies, and coffee mugs.
Oh, this
But we
must have been
also
done around
blankets,
Christmas time.
pillows, and long sleeves. We've even got stockings and wrapping paper. Anyway, shipping is free, and be sure to order by December 10th to get delivery before Christmas.
Yeah,
Go
around
to
Christmas time.
nukestop5.com to shop now. Or, you know,
It shows how
like,
old this
whenever
video
you
is.
feel like it. Maybe after the video. Passerby. A family is parked in a neighborhood in Buenos Aires, Argentina, when suddenly they notice something very odd in the house across the street.
Could just be somebody pacing back and forth. Could be, I'll be honest, it could be somebody living up there alone who's having like a mental breakdown and just passing back and forth, walking back and forth. Whoa. Whoa.
No, no es normal eso.
Okay.
Ahí paró.
Now they're slowing down again. Yeah, I think that's somebody. Okay, just dog, get out the way. Move it, Booch.
Something that looks like a person appears to quickly move back and forth across a room on the second floor. The mysterious figure seems to move at an inhuman speed and quickly changes direction. It seems to move without effort, almost as if it is floating past the window.
Porque no es como que camina, como que se desliza. Sí, porque no es que sube y baja así del.
The family dog is very anxious and pants as the family watches the window, trying to figure out just what it is that they're seeing. So what do you think this is,
Dog was
moving back and
disturbed
forth
by
at
it.
such a fast
It was
speed?
probably, I don't know.
Let me know. Watcher,
The pooch was probably, if it was something that wasn't right, well, animals can sense things, period. And that just wasn't right. And plus, you're just sitting there in the middle of the street. Dog probably had to go to the bathroom. So, getting all up in your face, like, because Bailey's done that. If I'm watching something and she's got to go, she'll jump in my lap and just get all in my face. And I'll look at her actually, and she got to go potty, and then she'll get excited. I'm like, that's a yes. And I'm thinking this poor little guy, he had to do the same thing probably. That's why he was panting the way he was. But yeah, that was weird though. It could have been somebody is having some type of mental breakdown, or you never know in this day and age. You never know. But still,
German urban explorer Toby from the YouTube channel Unknown Worlds is traveling through Sweden when he finds an old abandoned house in the middle of the woods. It's getting late, but Toby decides to investigate the creepy old house. It did not go well.
First off, why are you going into a place that's not yours? See, this is the kind of crap my brother used to make us do when we were kids. Find some place and everybody be like, I don't want to go in there. He'd be the very one leading the charge to go in. I just wouldn't do this. Look at this place. Still got furniture in it. It looks like it's rather well kept.
Somebody in here? Do you speak English?
It's not.
Ja, talar inte svenska.
It's not. Oh, never mind. Big old mouse. Big old rat.
Oh mein Gott.
When I see places like this, it freaks me out because it's like, it makes me think that whoever was in there. Oh, shoot.
Ach du Scheiße. Ach du Scheiße. Oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott. Oh Scheiße. Oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott. Das, oh mein, das war, das.
That was a person looking right back at you.
Gewesen sein. Ach du Scheiße.
As Toby looks inside one of the bedrooms, he spots someone in his thermal imaging camera who is just staring right back at him. Understandably, Toby is freaked out. He just makes a run for it out of the house and drives away. Later, when Toby uploads his video to his YouTube channel, viewers point out that the creepy stranger might have been watching him even before he entered the house.
Wollen wir erstmal durch die Wärmebildkamera gucken, ob wir hier eventuell jetzt schon etwas sehen? So, ja. Das sieht jetzt natürlich nicht so vertrauenserweckend aus. Laut Wärmebildkamera ist es an den ganzen Öffnungen vom Haus sehr viel wärmer als draußen. Zumindest laut den Farben. Gucken wir jetzt aber mal explizit, sehen wir, an den Kaltstellen sind es 7 Grad und an den warmen sind es 9. Das heißt, es könnte eventuell auch ein Trugschluss sein. Ich werde jetzt hier erstmal gucken.
Now, I think it's safe to say that going into an abandoned house all by yourself is always a bad idea. Not because of ghosts, but because of something scarier and
Squatters.
much more dangerous. Real people who might be inside and who really don't want you there. Thankfully, Toby made it home safe, but this disturbing situation could have turned out much worse.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Why are you going in there to begin
Play
with?
dead.
Don't play around in that kind of. I'm just. Oh God, I forgot who it was I saw. There was another urban explorer, and he went into a house that he thought was abandoned, and a man came out from behind a curtain with a bat in his hand. He bailed out of there quick. He apologized and ran because, like I said, the place looked rather somewhat well kept. I mean, it had furniture. There was a bed. I mean, it's in the middle of nowhere, out by itself. You don't know. It could be somebody who's just living there on their own, and it's been presumed that it's abandoned, or it could be a squatter. I mean, squatters, like I said before, when they find a good place to stay that they're comfortable with, they're gonna make sure that you don't bother them. Whew. I mean, that made me jump though. I ain't gonna lie, I jumped.
Trent Williams is away on a trip with a friend and staying at an old Airbnb cabin on Skaneateles Lake in upstate New York. Once they arrive, the two friends realize that the cabin has a pretty dark history.
Okay, I usually do not, or I never have believed in like haunted stuff, okay? But I'm out at Skaneateles Lake, the Fingers Lakes in upstate New York. And the Airbnb I'm staying at, the guy did say, just FYI, we do have people say that they hear a piano play at night. And I thought it was bullshit. And I swear to God, I've heard it. It plays. There's a walk over here, so in case I die,
Nuke, you ain't worth crap, because y'all hear the piano playing in the background.
It's on a beautiful lake, though. But
so I'm sitting there hearing the keys. I'm thinking,
the
is
guy
that the
who owns
piano?
the place, daughter died in a car wreck, and her ashes are on the piano. God, I get chills. But that's the piano, and it plays at night. And it freaks me out. I have chill bumps just being in this room. I do not get a good vibe.
With a creepy story like that, it's no wonder that the two guys get a little bit freaked out when late at night they start to hear random keys playing on the piano in the living room.
Yeah, I can't do this shit. It's so scary.
No, you go in there with me.
Yes. You have to go first.
You stay behind me. You.
Beautiful cabin, though.
Playing, I swear. No, dude, I'm not going up in that. It's this piano. I swear to God, it is. No, dude, you got me up. If I die, I swear, I will. Oh God. Dude, no.
When you first watch the video, you might think, oh well, no
I
big
saw a
deal,
key
that
go
could
down.
Easily be faked. But here is what makes this video so compelling. Because you see, when you look closely, the played piano key is actually pressed down by something.
That's what I was looking for. I was
Now,
checking the
this is not
keys to
say
see if
that
any
this
of them
footage
moved.
is quote unquote proof of the paranormal, but it does make this video much harder to fake. So could this creepy Airbnb cabin be haunted by the spirit of the owner's daughter? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
Dude, no.
Before we move on to
Left
the next
his
video,
buddy in
if you
there. He
see
got out there
anything
quick.
that you think should be included in the top
But the
5,
cameraman always
contact us
survives.
at nukestop5@gmail.com. Rude Awakening.
Oh,
A
hell no.
Nukestop 5 viewer who wishes to remain anonymous is hanging out at her friend's house. The girls are freaked out when they notice something very odd. A few plastic packages of candle melt suddenly seem to be moving on their own. One of the girls
What were those
quickly
called?
whips out her
Sensies?
camera and tries to record the
Can't remember the
strange
name of what
activity.
those used to be
But
called. What those are
then
called.
It just
Because I had a
stops.
friend. She would sell. Is
However,
that
the
an
girl
Xbox that
keeps
they're on top
recording
of?
as they impolitely try to convince whatever spirit might be present to continue moving the packages. And then this happens.
So, let's just continue.
Is that an Xbox Series S? Looks like it. 'Cause I've got one. That looks like either the top or the bottom of it.
Now it's not gonna do it.
For real? No, you don't know that.
What are you gonna do?
See, I'm sitting here concerned about.
When they gently try to convince their quote-unquote poltergeist to move the plastic containers, it doesn't
That is
work.
an Xbox.
So one of the girls turns into a god potty mouth, and the ghosts don't like it.
Now it's not gonna do it.
For real? No, you don't know that.
What are you gonna do?
Alex.
Now, just like these girls, if you caught something weird on camera, send it to me at nukestop5@gmail.com. Reflections.
Why was I more concerned about the game system than I was what was really going on in the video? I'm trying to figure out, is that an Xbox Series X? I didn't even notice the candles, the candle or the wax had flown off at first. I was still sitting there wondering if it was an Xbox.
An elderly man with no living relatives was living alone in an old apartment building somewhere in Japan. A few months ago, the man, who we'll call Mr. A, suddenly began to exhibit very strange behavior, complaining to his landlord that there was, quote, a strange woman in his home trying to take his life. The landlord was worried about Mr. A's mental health and advised him to go see a doctor. But instead, Mr. A vowed that he would collect proof that what he was experiencing was very real. Not long after, Mr. A tragically took his own life. So, Mr. A's landlord inspects his apartment and finds several videotapes recorded on a very old camera. Out of curiosity, he watches the tapes, and what he sees chills him to his core. This terrifying footage was recorded one day before Mr. A's death.
It looks like there's something in it, like it's peeking around. Oh, I see the hand.
A bizarre, distorted figure can be seen in the reflection of the dresser mirror, and the landlord now wonders if Mr. A truly did experience something paranormal inside his apartment. The landlord contacts the Japanese ghost hunting team, Omagatoki, and paranormal investigator Hiro sets out on a solo overnight investigation into the allegedly haunted apartment.
Yeah, I know. I'm familiar with those
Hiro
guys.
finds the
They've been
room
on
that can
Nukes
be
quite a
seen
few
on the
times.
disturbing videotapes.
See, I wouldn't do this alone though. Especially knowing that he passed away in that house by taking his own life. Wait, so that was a window.
The investigator finds the dresser seen in the old camera footage, but the mirror is gone.
Oh.
A few hours later, and Hiro finally finds the missing mirror. What happens next is downright creepy.
I may be getting this wrong, but isn't there a theory about mirrors keeping them covered after someone passed away in that home? Please, somebody in the comment section. I'm serious. Please, someone in the comment section, tell me about that, or I'll have to go look it up in the online. What's crazy, and I'm going to keep it. My mom kept a mirror that my grandmother always had in her home when I was a child, and she still has that mirror to this day. It's wrapped and covered in my garage. And after seeing this, I don't know if I should take it out or leave it in there wrapped. The thing is, I will keep it because it belonged to my grandmother, just like her china cabinet. I do have that, but oof. I could be wrong about that theory though. So someone correct me in the comment section. Yeah, I can see why he's unwrapping it, because he probably wants to investigate it. But if it's wrapped up for that very reason, I wouldn't be unwrapping that. Why do they keep going back to that other shot?
As Hiro is cutting zip ties and carefully unwrapping the mirror, someone suddenly rings the apartment doorbell. And there's no one there. But, did you see it? Hiro is completely unaware that he's being watched as he's unpacking the mirror.
Oh!
And the figure watching him looks exactly like the disturbing entity from Mr. A's grainy home video. Hiro tries using Mr. A's old camera in an attempt to capture anything resembling what Mr. A recorded the day before his death. What happens next is terrifying.
What's that in the tree? Why is it in the trash? That's weird. Just that one videotape in the trash.
Hiro finds another tape dumped in the trash. But again, did you see it? When slowed down for just a few frames of the footage, two little pale hands can be seen pressed against the floor right beside Hiro. He doesn't even notice and is still completely unaware of the entity that seems to be watching and following him. Hiro decides to watch the tape that he recovered from the trash, and it makes his blood run cold.
Oh! What's that on the floor?
The camera seems to spin around by itself before the same distorted face can be seen peeking out at the very bottom of a doorway. Creeped out by the footage, Hiro decides to leave. He thinks that he didn't capture any kind of proof that Mr. A's apartment is haunted, but when he reviews his footage later, he realizes that the entire time he was in the apartment, the same eerie entity was watching him. You can see this entire investigation over on the YouTube channel, Omagatoki Film. Scary moments. These next creepy videos are a little different from what I usually feature, because they are definitely scary videos and very entertaining in my opinion, but they are also just kind of silly. So, a man wakes up his grandpa after he hears the unsettling sound of someone whistling downstairs in their home. What happens next is, well, just watch.
Tranquilo, mijo. Deja ver qué pasa. El Señor está con nosotros. No tengas miedo. Deja ver qué pasa. Deja ir a ver.
Is that a man that's doing all that?
Estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre, venga a nosotros tu reino, hágase su voluntad. ¡Ay! ¡Abuelo! ¡Abuelo! ¡Ay! ¡Ay! ¡Ábrele, ábrele! a ver quién es. Ábrele, ábrele, ábrele.
No pasa nada. No pasa nada.
Ay, abuelo.
No hay nada, no hay nada.
A ver, ve, fíjate. Ve, fíjate.
I'm telling him to go look.
¡Ay! ¡Otra vez, abuelo! ¡Es un pinche mono!
This is somebody messing with him. It's gotta be somebody messing with him.
Llámale a la policía. Saca tu teléfono.
This guy is absolutely petrified when he spots someone peeking from around the wall at the bottom of the stairs. And in a strange twist, he just pushes his grandpa out to go check it out. Now, this clip was originally suggested to me as a scary video for the top 5. But when I watch it with all of that crazy screaming, it just makes me laugh.
¡Ay! ¡Otra vez, abuelo! ¡Es un pinche mono! ¡Abuelo! ¡Ciérrale, ciérrale, ciérrale, ciérrale!
Now I'm laughing.
And I also learned some Spanish. It's a pinche de mano, abuelo. But I'm not sure where I'll ever be able to use that. Anyway, in another very odd clip, a group of women are walking home late at night.
Maybe it was real, but it looked like somebody was messing with him. But what kills me is him sending his grandfather. Oh, they wrong for that.
All alone on an empty city street, the women are terrified when they hear the strange and horrifying sound of a loud burp. And they just make a run for it.
Oh, that was a burp?
But true.
Oh my Lord, God forbid if he had farted. Oh, shoot.
Fear can also strike right in your home, especially if you've watched a few too many horror movies.
Damn Roomba. The Roomba looks like it's stuck.
And if a vacuum isn't scary enough for you, then what about the evil betrayal of your own feet?
So there's this.
Oh, I remember seeing this video a while back on TikTok.
Way. You're done.
The way she looked at the camera. You're dumb. Oh my God. All right, that last segment was friggin' awesome. Whoo. Oh Lord. If y'all ever spooked yourselves like that, I've done it a couple of times. I'm not gonna lie. I've spooked myself a couple of times by accident, just doing random stuff. Sit there and your mind gets focused on one thing and you look over and you glance and it's just something basic. Like her, she saw her feet. Okay. I actually had a time where Bailey scared the crap out of me. I was in bed and I just so happened to turn over and open my eyes and she was right there looking in my face. Made me wake up real quick. Cause normally when in the mornings she'll bark when she's gotta go to the bathroom. And when I wake up, I'll see her and she'll be like sitting there on the side of the bed looking at me. But this time she was just like, oh my God. I turned over and just kind of started opening my eyes and she was right there looking dead in my face. Little turd. Whoo, anyway, guys, tell me what y'all tell me. I'm sorry, I'm still laughing at the one with the burp too. But tell me what y'all thought of the video. Did you have fun watching it? Did you enjoy my commentaries during it? If so, and as always, help your boy out. Hit that like button, subscribe, share the video, and hit that notification bell so you know when these videos go up. And also, I think YouTube's on that foolishness again. I don't know what is going on with YouTube. I'm really trying to figure out because for some reason I just can't get. It's like I can't get on the algorithm. I can't get views. But then I know people say the biggest thing is consistency, and I am not consistent. So shouldn't surprise me. But still, I mean, I should be getting way more views than I have on a lot of these videos. And I'm starting to wonder if YouTube's got me shadow banned for some reason. But anyway, guys, I hope everyone takes care. And as I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. And as that question about the mirrors, please, I'm serious. Hit me up in the comment section. I'm will look into it myself also. And you guys all have a great day. Take care. Stay safe. Stay blessed as always. And I will see y'all in the next video.